Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that everyone is doing well today. And we are experiencing a lovely snowy morning here in Calgary. It's very clear and beautiful. Let's begin by getting into our mindful body. And just take several breaths in and out. Just noticing the torso rise and fall as we continue to breathe and experiencing gratitude for that. What a wonderful blessing it is to be able to breathe easily and clearly. Let's settle into the mindful body, calling to mind the image of a tree. And just imagine any tree that you've ever admired. Call it up in your mind. Maybe it was a tree that you played in as a child or something that you pass regularly on a walk. Maybe it's a tree right out your window. Maybe you don't know any trees. Oh no, get to know some trees. So in that case, call to mind the image of a tree. Any tree you might have seen in movies. And let's follow the tree up from the trunk up to the thicker boughs near the base, and noticing as the boughs get smaller, each bough stretches out into smaller and smaller branches. And from the top, there's a wonderful vantage out and far. A network of millions of supported leaves counting on that tree. Visualize the root system of the tree, which spreads out even further than the boughs and the trunk above the root system, seeking far and wide for nutrients, water. The root system larger than the tree, holding everything up, but invisible. Allow this to guide our own bodies, strong and straight, easy, with great strength that is often not visible and doesn't need to be to matter. Let's take a moment to add a third anchor besides our body and the breath. Always coming back to the breath, the rise and fall of the torso. And let's add the anchor of sound. We'll begin within. Noticing swallowing and shuffling and cracking joints. Maybe it's a gurgling morning tummy. So just noticing all the sounds that we make that we normally don't pay attention to. They are such quiet things compared to the noise of our busy thoughts and minds. When we shut off our busy thoughts and minds, then we can pay attention to all of those small, little important things like the sound of our breathing, the sound of our bones hidden from us. And stretching out our awareness even further to the sounds around us. Perhaps there's sounds in the room where you're practicing. I'm not sure if you can hear on the recording, or on the audio, but today I've got a lovely water fountain next to me. And there's a beautiful fire crackling in the fire pit here. I got a scratchy throat this morning, so I had to stop and drink a bit of tea. Two big dogs next to me who are silent. Or maybe enjoying this. I don't know. I hope so. I have a very noisy, wonderfully noisy practice room today. Let's see if you can stretch your awareness out even further to notice sounds outside our practice room. Sounds on the street, sounds in your house. And just connecting ourselves to the hundreds or thousands of people making all of those sounds, all of the other lives at play that intersect with our own invisibly. All the while breathing deeply. And just imagining all of those busy people on their own paths, with busy lives, worries, concerns, hopes, and joys. The thousands of strangers that we intersect with daily but don't have any personal contact with. They're our brothers and sisters. Let's pause in loving kindness to wish all of these strangers ease, patience, clarity, hope, health, success, and sending out our loving kindness freely. It costs nothing, we lose nothing, and we gain everything because as one is uplifted, so are all. And just inhaling and exhaling for a moment, giving thanks for the spiritual qualities that do not have limitations. They are completely abundant. Wisdom, ease, clarity, peace, freedom from shame, freedom from fear. The more we have, the more we can give. The more others have, the more they give, the more we receive. It's fabulous math, the math of abundance, of spiritual abundance. And we want to tap right into that. And loving kindness is our tool. And just notice any wonderful feelings of openness and open-heartedness and ease that you feel, that you experience as you share loving kindness so freely with strangers. The metaphor I've always used for this is the secret Santa. You're the secret Santa. You're giving away the highest and best you have. It costs nothing. It means everything. And it's a wonderful circle of confidence and competence that spirals upward from that. This is awesome math. It's spiritual math. Earth math is tougher. We are busy turning sunlight into food, all of us, all the time, our whole lives. Fortunately, Earth math doesn't determine our actions, our thoughts, our character. It's spiritual math that does. And so we get to choose. Isn't that great? Just taking several deep breaths into the sense of hope and freedom and strength that we gain from giving so freely of our loving kindness. During the course of our meditations so far, we have covered 4 anchors: the breath, the body, in the terms of the mindful body as we prepare to practice, stretching out and lifting up, calling to mind the image of mountain or tree, sound, and loving kindness is our 4th one. In my practice as a teacher, I focus heavily on gratitude as a component of all meditations. It uplifts all of our anchors. So whenever possible, please return to the breath and the gratitude for the easy breath, the breath, and this opportunity to practice together. If you've been with me for a few sessions or, a couple years, even much longer, I think I've been doing this now for 7 years, then you will already be experiencing many of the side effects of meditating. It's a real sense of control over your stressed emotions, ease in times of crisis, ability to self-soothe, resilience, and just a sense of overall joy and warmth that comes from basking in gratitude instead of basking in worry. Yay. Let's sit together in silence for a few moments longer and cycle through these anchors as they occur to you. Enjoying the rise and fall of the torso as it lifts with each breath. And the wonderful ability we have to breathe. And we share this with all life forms. It's pretty awesome. This is something that connects us to everything on the planet. As we revel in the power and joy of our perfect, imperfect bodies, emulating the strength of the mountain and tree, whose resilience and root is hidden from the world, but matters a lot. This is ours. It's a wonderful analogy for our own condition. As we continue to listen to the tiny sounds within, allowing the busy thoughts of our minds to be still, and enjoying the wonderful sounds without that connect us to all other life. And finally, the anchor of loving kindness that allows us to give and receive love and forgiveness easily to friends, families, and very importantly, strangers. What a wonderful sense of ease and open-heartedness it brings to feel like we're not at war with strangers. They're not our enemy in traffic and in the shopping malls. They're just getting on with their busy lives, as are we. Just enjoying that sense of clarity and openness and ease that we have, and letting go of our warful thoughts against strangers. Warlike thoughts. And finally, let's make a commitment to sit in loving kindness over the week as our homework assignment from this practice. Noticing the wonderful benefits you get from spreading loving kindness. It's pretty awesome. This is where we can see the closing lines of the prayer of St. Francis so easily. It's in giving that we receive. This is where we see it very, very quickly. The amount of joy and ease and clarity it brings to our mood, to our character, is remarkable and fast. It's an instant transformation. Thank you for meeting with me today. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.